Hello, this is Top Series on Viewer Television. My name is Patient CD. 12 years after it received the Stephen Orosaye report, the federal government approved the implementation of some of its recommendations to reduce the cost of governance. So consequently, 29 government agencies will be merged, even as 8 parastatals will be subsumed into 8 other agencies. More so, 4 agencies have been relocated to 4 various ministries, and while one was earmarked for scrapping. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, revealed this to State House correspondents after the Federal Executive Council meeting at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja. Submitted in 2012, the Orosaye report on public sector reforms revealed that there were 541 statutory and non-statutory federal government parastatals, commissions, and agencies. The federal government said it will extend its social security payment net to graduates with qualifications from NCA and upwards. Addressing journalists after the Federal Executive Council meeting on Monday, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economic, Wale Edun, disclosed that the program will see unemployed Nigerian youths being paid stipends. At this period of heightened food prices, the President has committed to doing all that can be done to assist in giving purchasing power to the poorest, and in that line, the minister said. Similarly, Edun said the FG will urgently establish a consumer credit scheme to alleviate the pains of economic adjustment. He explained that the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, will lead a committee that includes the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, the Attorney General of the Federation, and himself, the Coordinating Minister of the Economy. The Nigerian Police Force has deployed anti-riot operatives in strategic locations ahead of today's nationwide protest declared by the Nigeria Labour Congress over the economic crunch in the country. The force spokesman Olumuyiwa Adejobi explained that the police had been placed on red alert. The presidency and the police authorities had on Sunday warned the NLC against carrying out the protest, which was stormed down by the Trade Union Congress and 65 civil society groups. But the NLC President Joe Ajero insisted that the demonstration will go on as planned, hinging his decision on the economic situation and hardship in the country. The NLC is protesting the government's alleged failure to implement agreements reached between both parties on October 2nd, 2023, following the removal of fuel subsidy. The Nigerian Customs Service on Monday announced the suspension of the sale of foods following the stampede that reportedly killed 7 persons at the NCS Old Zonal Headquarters in Yaba area of Lagos State on Friday. The Chief Superintendent of Customs and National Public Relations Officer for Controller General of Customs, Abdullahi Maiwada, disclosed the suspension of the exercise in a statement. Nigerian Customs had said it was selling seized food items at 10,000 naira per 25 kg to alleviate the people's suffering as a result of the current high cost of living and other economic hardships. On Friday, a pregnant woman and 6 others reportedly died in a stampede after some suspected hoodlums attempted to force their way into the Yaba Custom Office compound. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, said the current salaries of the federal lawmakers cannot take them home to the jobs they were elected to do, while stressing this to the take-home pay of the average lawmaker is a far cry for what people insinuate. Kalu called for understanding, saying the call for slashing of their salary by 50% is not the solution to the current problem. Kalu said at the moment, talking about the salary of the National Assembly, I have said this over and over again. It is not as much as people think. Salary is different from allowance. which is meant to do the jobs our constituents have sent us to do. And in treason, the Federal High Court in Abuja has fixed March 19, 2024 to rule on the fresh bail application filed by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. The court also scheduled March 28 for the commencement of the resumed trial. Kanu had been standing trial on charges bordering on terrorism and treasonable felony since 2015. He was earlier granted bail on health grounds on April 25, 2017 after spending 18 months in detention, but he fled the country after an invasion of his residence by the military in September 2017. His trial was put on hold after the Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted Kanu in October 2022. The appellate court also declared illegal and unlawful the rendition of Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria and quashed the entire terrorism charges brought against him by the federal government. However, the FG appealed against the judgment at the Apex Court. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurida Lagbaja, said the Army will embed journalists in low-risk military operations. Lagbaja said this during the Maiden International Conference organized by the Department of Mass Communication at Ahmadu Bello University, ABU, Zaria. The Lagbaja was represented by Brigadier General Moyo Akinojo, Commander 41 Engineering Brigade. The Army Chief stressed the need to prioritize training for journalists in conflict reporting to ensure accurate presentation. He added that the training was also essential in winning the trust, belief, and confidence of the populace. Lagbaja noted that the armed forces of Nigeria have a clear understanding of the profound impact the media narratives have on military operations and the socio-economic fabric of Nigeria. Senate President Godswill Akpabio has said his statement that governors recently got 30 billion naira from the federal government to cushion the effect of hardship was misconstrued. Governor Seyi Makinde Oyo and Omu Eno Akwa Ibom had said the amount Akpabio claimed was incorrect. In a statement in Abuja by his spokesperson, Eseme Eyubo, the Senate President said he held the governors in high esteem. The statement reads, in considering the well-intended motive of urging state governments to collaborate with the federal government, the President Bola Tinubu to facilitate strategic interventions to mitigate the prevailing economic situations in the country remains underpinning motivation in the comment. The Southwest Conference of Speakers have called for the immediate creation of state police and devolution of powers. The conference said doing so would address the hydra-headed insecurity and other socio-economic challenges facing the country. In a communique issued at their meeting in Ikogosi, Ekiti, the speaker said more power should be given to other subnationals to further enable them deliver dividends of democracy to their people. The communique was consigned by the conference chairman and Ekiti State House of Assembly Speaker Adeoye Aribosayo, as well as Speaker Adebo Ogundoyin, Olamide Olajide, and Adewale Egbedun. The speaker stressed the dire need of holistic collaborations among the Southwest governors to address the prevailing security challenges in the region. And that's how much we can take on top stories. My name is Patient CD. Many thanks for watching. Do stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs.